she is already there. Right now, as you watch this, Ignacia Fernandez is in Vietnam. 120 countries are represented. The world's oldest and most watched beauty pageant is 4 days from its talent competition, and every single metal fan on the planet is asking the same question. Is she going to do it again? 9 months ago, she walked onto a Chilean television stage in a ball gown and unleashed death metal growls that the entire world had never seen coming. She won Miss World Chile. She played Download Festival alongside Guns N' Roses. She did a Sirius XM interview in America. Her band Decessus released their debut singles to a global audience that had never heard of them 12 months earlier. And now she is standing on the biggest stage of her life, with the whole world watching this time, not just Chile. For anyone discovering Ignacia Fernandez for the first time through this video, here is everything you need to know in 60 seconds. November 2025, Miss World Chile semifinals. A 27-year-old model and progressive death metal vocalist named Ignacia Fernandez walked on stage with her guitarist Carlos Palma, wearing a flowing black gown, and performed an original Decessus track with full guttural death metal screams in front of a live television audience on Chilevision. The crowd froze. The judges froze. Then the standing ovation came. One judge told her afterward he had never seen anything like it in a beauty pageant. The clip went globally viral within 48 hours. Ignacia beat 19 other finalists to be crowned Miss World Chile 2025, and the metal community exploded with pride in a way that happens maybe once a decade. That was the beginning. Vietnam is where the story either gets bigger or ends, and based on everything she has said and done since November, the metal world is betting on bigger. On August 4th, Ignacia Fernandez posted a photo from Santiago Airport, Chilean flag in hand, smile on her face, months of preparation behind her, an entire country watching her leave. Her message to fans was direct and emotional. She wrote, "After so many months of preparation, the moment has come to begin this adventure, a journey I will remember forever." She added, "I am so excited to share every experience, every lesson, and every moment with you. We are going to Vietnam." That word "we" is worth paying attention to. Not, "I am going to Vietnam." We are going to Vietnam. She has spent the 9 months since Miss World Chile treating her fan base as part of her journey, rather than an audience watching it from outside. Every interview, every social media post, every Decessus update has been framed as a shared experience. That relationship with her audience is exactly why her story keeps generating this level of engagement every time something new happens. She left Chile as Miss World Chile 2025. She landed in Vietnam as one of the most recognizable and talked about contestants in the entire competition. Over 120 countries are represented. Almost none of them arrived with a story anywhere close to hers. This is not a regional competition. This is not a national television broadcast. This is the 73rd edition of Miss World, the oldest international beauty pageant in the world, founded in 1951, watched by hundreds of millions of people across the globe every single year. For context on the scale, Miss World Chile is a national competition broadcast on Chilevision to a Chilean audience. The global Miss World pageant is broadcast internationally across dozens of countries simultaneously. The difference in audience size between the two is not marginal, it is enormous. This year's edition is being held across 3 Vietnamese cities for the first time in the country's history. Quang Ninh, Hai Phong, and Ha Trang are all hosting different phases of the competition across a nearly month-long schedule, running from August 9th through September 5th. The 75th anniversary edition of Miss World is being treated as a landmark event by the organizers, and Vietnam's hosting of it for the first time gives the competition an additional layer of significance for the host nation. Over 120 contestants from across the world are competing. Each one arrived representing not just their country, but years of preparation, coaching, and ambition. Ignacia Fernandez arrived representing all of that, plus a death metal band, a viral moment, a Download Festival booking, and a fan base that spans rock music and beauty pageant audiences simultaneously. There is no other contestant in this competition with a profile remotely like hers. The Miss World 2026 schedule across Vietnam is packed and complex, but for the metal community, there is one date that matters more than any other. August 16th, Hai Phong, the talent competition. This is the moment, the direct equivalent of the Miss World Chile semifinal that changed everything 9 months ago. 120 contestants, one talent stage, and Ignacia Fernandez standing somewhere in that lineup with a decision to make. Does she do it again? The full schedule around the talent round gives her almost no time to breathe. Contestant presentation and welcome reception on August 13th. Talent competition. August 16th. Chef Beauty Cooking Challenge. August 17th. Vietnam Beauty Fashion Fest and Top Model Competition. August August 18th, Sports Challenge, August 19th. Then the competition moves to Nha Trang for the final stretch, Gala Dinner August 21st, Head-to-Head Challenge, August 22nd, Talent Show, August 23rd, Closed-Door Interviews, August 30th, Charity Events August 31st through September 2nd, and the Grand Final on September 5th. Every single one of those dates matters, but August 16th is the one. If Ignacia brings Decessus to the Miss World talent stage the way she brought them to Miss World Chile, the viral moment that follows will make everything that happened in November 2025 look like a warm-up act. This time the audience isn't just Chile, it's the world. Here is the detail that most coverage of Ignacia's Vietnam journey has completely missed, and it reframes everything about what August 16th might look like. In a recent interview with Finland's Chaosine, Ignacia was asked about performing clean vocals on new Decessus material. Her answer was unexpectedly honest. She said, "Yeah, absolutely, because it's different. I mean, of course my screaming is my voice. It's not my speaking voice, so it's like my alter ego. But then if I sing clean vocals, it's myself, and that makes me very nervous." Read that again. The death metal growls are her alter ego. They are not the vulnerable version of her voice. They are the powerful, protected, performatively fearless version. The clean vocals are herself, raw, unprocessed, genuinely exposed, which means that at Miss World Chile, when she walked out and screamed, she was actually doing the less terrifying thing. The growl was armor. It was confidence. It was a performance identity she had built and refined over years with Decessus. If she chooses to perform something different at Miss World 2026, something with clean vocals, something more personally exposed, that would actually be the braver choice. Not because growling is easy, but because for Ignacia, singing cleanly is the more frightening thing to do in public. Whatever she decides to perform on August 16th, that context makes it more interesting than any performance announcement could. Something Ignacia has been consistent about since the moment she was crowned needs to be said clearly because it gets lost in the medal angle and the viral moment coverage. She does not care about winning because she is the most beautiful contestant. She said it directly in an interview, "I don't care about winning a crown because of being the most pretty girl, whatever." Miss World's core platform is called Beauty with a Purpose, the idea that contestants use their profile to advocate for something meaningful beyond the competition itself. Ignacia's purpose is animal rights. She has been an active animal rights advocate for years and has been vocal about using the Miss World platform to amplify that cause on a global scale. Animal welfare organization Animal Libre said publicly that she carries the love of all animals with her. It is not a side note attached to her medal story. It is the reason she entered the competition in the first place. Her official Miss World profile lists her occupation as model, vocalist, band creative director, and social media influencer. The pageant itself is presenting her medal identity as a feature of who she is rather than a quirk to be explained away. That is a significant shift from how beauty pageants have historically treated unconventional contestants. Ignacia did not fit herself into the Miss World mold. Miss World adjusted the mold. That matters, not just for her. For every person who was ever told their passion was incompatible with where they wanted to go. September 5th, Nha Trang, Vietnam, the grand final of the 73rd Miss World. Between now and that night, Ignacia Fernandez will compete in a talent round, a cooking challenge, a fashion competition, a sports challenge, closed-door interviews with the judges, and a charity gala. 120 countries stand between her and the crown. 9 months ago, she was a death metal vocalist that nobody outside the Chilean metal scene had ever heard of. Today, she is one of the most recognizable contestants in the history of this competition before the competition has even properly begun. She told fans leaving Santiago, "This is a journey I will remember forever." She told the world at Miss World Chile, "Metal has been a fundamental part of who I am, a refuge, a source of strength and purpose." Whatever happens on September 5th, the metal world already knows the answer to the question everyone else is still asking.